The numerous aircraft squadrons existing in the United States Navy each provide unique responsibilities working towards a common achievement of decisive power in today's aviation world. Each specific squadron plays a different part in the story of naval aviation. In this video, we will look closer into these units and how they play those parts. In order to learn more about these squadrons, let's first define what a naval aircraft squadron truly is. These are units that are typically organized around specific airplane types in order to perform unique roles.
Oftentimes, they are grouped together with other units to accomplish a specific mission. These can be in carrier air wings, detachments, or even other types of units.
The Navy defines 4 basic types of squadrons: carrier, patrol, composite, and non-combatant. These broad basic types of squadrons form the basis for the smaller subset of specific squadrons that are within these types. For example, if we dive into the carrier squadrons, there are several different types, such as the VFs, the VAs, the VFAs, or the VAWs. Of course, these letters mean nothing if you are not able to understand the nomenclature behind them. Let's look into the naming conventions for these squadrons. As you saw in that previous diagram, there were between 2 and 3 letters that were decoding the squadron type. The first step in decoding this unit is determining what type of aircraft it utilizes. This is based on the first letter of that abbreviation. The units that start with the letter V involve fixed-wing aircraft. A fixed-wing aircraft is a heavier-than-air aircraft that distinguishes something you would see like an airplane. If the first letter of the designator is an H, that means the unit employs rotary wing aircrafts. These are aircraft that employ spinning wings to generate lift. Should the unit employ both fixed and rotary wing aircraft, the letter would default to V. The following letters are a decoder of the mission that this unit carries out. A squadron can have multiple letters following the aircraft designator if they perform multiple mission sets. A Q represents an electronic or reconnaissance designation, an R represents a logistics designation, W for warning, P for patrol, A for attack, and F for fire.
I'm going to give an example of each squadron type along with their nomenclature to go over how it's actively used within the fleet.
The Bear Aces are an airborne command and control squadron based out of Norfolk, Virginia. They fly the E-2D Hawkeyes to provide airborne early warning for Carrier Air Wing 8. They are officially designated as VAW-124, and if we think back to the nomenclature of VAW, we see that it designates a squadron with fixed-wing aircraft that provide attack and warning, giving us that airborne command and control designation. Patrol Squadron 4, also known as the Skinny Dragons, are based out of Oak Harbor, Washington, and fly the Boeing P-8 Poseidon. The designator VP stands for fixed-wing aircraft that provide patrol, with the official designator being Maritime Patrol. The Red Rippers are a strike fighter squadron that fly F-18 Super Hornets for Carrier Air Wing 1. Their designator VFA establishes a fixed-wing aircraft squadron to provide fighter and attack mechanisms, giving us the designation of a strike fighter squadron. The Patriots are an electromagnetic attack squadron that utilize the EA-18G Growlers to provide electronic attack mechanisms for Carrier Air Wing 7. Their official designator is VAQ, giving a fixed-wing aircraft for the electronic and attack mechanisms that they provide. The Shadows fly the Boeing E-6B Mercury at Tinker Air Force Base. Their designation VQ are fixed-wing aircraft that provide reconnaissance, giving them the designation of a Fleet Air Reconnaissance Squadron. The Windjammers provide fleet logistics support using C-40A Clippers, V standing for fixed-wing aircraft and R for logistics, giving them that full designation. Moving on to a couple rotary wing squadron types,
We'll start with the Seahawks based out of San Diego. They fly MH-60s to provide helicopter maritime strike support with the designator HSM. Lastly, the Black Knights are a helicopter sea combat squadron that fly MH-60s. Their designator is HSC, Helicopter Sea Combat.
So we just looked at some squadrons that had specific types of planes associated with them. Let me quickly describe how to decode these aircraft designations that are present in these aircraft squadrons. The eventual output of an aircraft designation is determining the type, the model, and the series, which contains a starting letter designating the aircraft's primary mission, followed by a hyphen with the model number and the model series of that aircraft. As an example, the F-35C primary mission would be fighter, as the prefix letter is an F, the model number is 35, and the model series is C. Putting that together, we get that F-35C airplane that you can see in this image. Of course, F is not the only prefix letter that aircraft utilizes as their designations. These are some of the more common examples of prefix that aircrafts utilize in the United States Navy. Now that we've gone over the aircraft and the designations for the squadrons, let's dive into the organizational structure of these squadrons. Of course, like many military units, there is a commanding officer that is responsible for everything within this squadron. They are known as the skipper, which differs from the surface warfare officer community. Below the commanding officer is the executive officer, which is the right hand to the commanding officer. They are responsible to the CO and are prepared to assume their responsibilities after the change of command. The Command Master Chief is the highest enlisted rank within the squadron, and they are the enlisted advisor to the commanding officer. Together, these three ranks are known as the Command Triad. Under this triad are the divisions of the individual squadron. Now, most squadrons share about 4 similar divisions. However, here and there might be 1 or 2 extra divisions that an individual squadron may have. These divisions include the Maintenance Division, the Administrative Division, the Operations Division, and the Training Division. In total, these divisions make up the fighting force that is this squadron.
Additional information about these topics and others on my YouTube channel are available at the website in the description below. If you have any ideas for new videos that you guys want to see, please put it in the comment section below. And again, thank you for giving your support by watching this video.